Man, Shannon is awfully pissed about the fact that she can't be with Sayid.
Leave Sayid out of it and come say it to my
Should I be
face.
writing this down?
So, should I take some notes, or? Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing my next review for Lost. This is for episode 17 of season 1, titled In Translation. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Lost. This one's going to be doing my next review for Season 1. This is for episode 17, titled In Translation. So, this episode was awesome. This episode, we get to learn and delve into Jin's character, who is a very fascinating character to me because he's very closed off in the current day. He's very, you know, kind of a closed book. He doesn't reveal much about himself and stuff like that. But basically in this episode, you know, we kind of start with an opening scene where, you know, Michael is kind of trying to defend Sun because he kind of, you know, freaking out on her and stuff like that. And you kind of get a bit of a fight going on, right? And you get Sun that slaps him in the face because she knows that her husband is good and she knows that her husband has good intentions. And then we see the flashbacks in this episode where we see him work for Sun's father. And, you know, he's basically doing all these jobs for him and stuff. And he's doing that to get enough money to be sustainable for, you know, of course, him and Sun's, you know, wedding. And, you know, we see that they very much care about each other and they're, you know, a very nice couple and stuff. And then over the course of time, you know, Jin has to do some horrible things. He goes over to a guy's house. He beats the absolute crap out of him in front of his family. That's also how he gets the blood on his hands that he was washing off in the Sun episode that we saw earlier this season. We finally get context on that this episode. And it's insane because, again, like, his dad is like a fucked up leader from the looks of it. And it sounds like, which I didn't know this either, Sun doesn't know the truth about what her dad really makes people do. And, you know, of course, Jin does. So he's sitting there trying to not really tell her, but he's doing these horrible things and it's messing with his mind. And that's why in the current day he acts the way he does. And, I mean, honestly, being on the island might be better for him because, I mean, at this point, at least he doesn't have to face, you know, what this guy makes him do. And we also get introduced to Jin's father in this one, who, you know, kind of says, he's like, look, whatever you did, son, like, I'm sure it's, you know, it's understandable and you did it for her. And he's like, do you want to be with your wife? And he's like, yes, I do. And he's like, well, then there you go, you know. So I thought that was really fantastic stuff in this episode. I thought that was really really good. Now, we've also got a few other plots going on. We've got Shannon this episode, who is pissed because Sayid kind of backs off of her, and we know that Boone is very protective of Shannon, right? So, you know, we kind of see she gets kind of pissed off, and she goes to John Locke, which I thought that was so good. I love the part where she goes up to John Locke. You got him, like, carving stuff and all that, and she's like, yeah, if you see Boone, tell him to stay out of my way. I will be with Sayid if I want to, and I will do what I want to do, and I'm a grown-ass woman, stuff like that. And I like how she's like, if you see Boone, tell him this, tell him this, tell him this, and he's like, you want me to write this down, or... I love it, man. I love it. I got such a laugh out of that. It was insane. She's like walking up to him. She's like, tell Boone that I want him to do this and stay away from me, and I can do my own stuff. Do you want me? Should I be writing this down, or... I loved it, man. I loved it. It was so good. But anyway, you got John Locke that doesn't give a fuck, and then he's just like, well, guess what? Everybody gets a fresh start on this island. This is yours. So don't worry about what Boone thinks of you. Why are you worried about what Boone is, you know, concerned about? Like, why should he run your life on this island? You know what I'm saying? And John Locke, again, wisdom of John Locke. I mean, he's just freaking awesome. He always gives you, you know, good advice, and you can tell Shannon kind of agrees with it. You know what I'm saying? She cools right down. And she agrees to begin a relationship with Sayid in this episode, which I thought was, you know, really cool. But yeah, that was fantastic. Really enjoyed all that stuff. And again, it kind of, you know, raises the stakes now. Cause it's like, okay, our characters are obviously on this island. They're you know, trying to, you know, get the raft going. They're trying to find any kind of way to, you know, get it moving. And you get a twist at the end of this episode, where you've got John Locke that talks to Michael's son, and he's just like, yeah, no, like, why'd you burn the raft? And I'm like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know? Yeah, we find out that he burned it because he didn't want to get off the island because he likes it here, you know? And you got John Locke that's like, yeah, I like it too, you know? He's like, I'm not going to tell your secrets. So, yeah, great episode, man. Really great episode. I loved everything about it. It was fantastic. really connects with you, and it was nice to get more backstory on Jin and Sun, as well too. But it was more so his episode this time. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Post comments, and of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for Lost. Be sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys way soon for more videos for Lost. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist. Beat world gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.